We're going to start the stream out about a few minutes before 9 o'clock. Make sure everything is working well, which I think it should be. Let me adjust my second monitor here. Everything looks good there. Email just came out. You might have heard it. That was my alert for the channel going live for the stream. Make sure it looks okay. I got to fix that thumbnail. It's a little off. We'll fix that one in post. So, I can adjust it here a little bit. All right. Hopefully there's going to be no OBS problems today. I checked my upload speed. It looks to be pretty steady today. Hey, Tony Marletti, long time no chat, my friend. Thank you for coming into the stream tonight. We're going to be talking about the new segment I debuted yesterday. We're going to talk a little bit about it, what's going on, the idea behind it, the history, and going forward, looking to say suggestions that you guys may have and how it's going to basically pan out on the channel. Again, my hair is a little bit sloppy today. I do apologize. Just came out of the shower. So, thank you for coming into the chat tonight. We're just going to wait a couple minutes. Drink of choice tonight. We're going to go back to something a little bit of a favorite here. We're doing Dr. Pepper Cherry tonight. That's what we're doing. Yes, it is a sugary drink, and I shouldn't be drinking it, but I wanted something soda-y, so go figure. So hopefully we'll have a decent amount of people in the chat tonight, I hope. Hopefully get maybe 4 or 5 people in the chat. We can talk a little bit about the new content. I think it's a very cool idea. Tony, did you have a chance to check out that new video yet, which went up yesterday? Let me know, please. Let me know, please. Let me know, please. I got to fix that thumbnail because it's a little bit off, unfortunately. The bottom's getting cut off, so I got to definitely do something about that, which I will do when I put the video back up, when I put the thumbnail back up. It's a little bit off, so I will make the adjustment in post. We're going to be, excuse me, hopefully have about maybe 4 or 5 people in the chat tonight. I'm hoping that's the idea, at least. So, just to give you guys or give anyone who comes into the chat kind of an idea, breakdown of what the new segment's all about and why I decided to go that road. So we're going to be doing that shortly. So give it another minute or two for people to get into the chat. Get yourself a drink, Tony, if you don't have one right now. Yeah, kind of thirsty, so. Let's see here. Your mom got you a White Lantern Corpse Hal Jordan 6-inch figure. I'm assuming that was that the Mattel one? That might have been the Mattel one. Sounds like the Mattel one. I think I know the figure you're talking about. If it's what I think it is. I think I know. I think I know that one. I believe I know that one. I think it was a Mattel one when they were doing a bunch of the Hal Jordans in multicolored core outfits. At one time they did a Mattel release of, I think it was all 7 cores, but I believe they were like a Sino Comic-Con and Euro Comic-Con exclusive, and you could have gotten one core, a different version of Hal in each of the core outfits. I know they came out with a White Lantern version as well. Cool, Tony, no problem. But when you'll kind of understand what's going on with the segment in this stream, but I want you to definitely look at the video when you watch it and give me your opinion on which item you think is better. So it's more of the idea of the new content, which we'll talk about shortly, is a way of presenting information in a very objective way. So we have 5 people in chat. Thank you all for coming into the chat tonight. We're going to be talking about the new segment I debuted yesterday, which was Sunday, which would be the 13th, I believe. Yes, the 13th. So it's going to be a new monthly segment that's going to be going up, and I decided to debut it yesterday. Since I have not put any real new content out. What I mean by new content is new types of content. I removed content. I took away the Rook 180 stuff. I took away the Rook's Rare Finds. But I didn't really give anything back to the channel, and I wanted to make some type of new content. And going forward, this is a new type of content on the stream. Actually, on the channel. So, let's talk about what it's all about. Hey, Colin, hey, do you know where I can find the Red Lantern Blee statue from DC Collectibles? I actually owned that statue. Price point is about $100 US most of the time. The easiest place, if you're not checking your local comic book stores, I would check very first go to Amazon. That'd be the very first place I would look. Let me see if I can even see anything there. They might even have one. Let me take a look real quick here. The Bleed statue is very, very cool. The only thing I would recommend, Colin, is be very careful of the wings. They are extremely fragile and extremely delicate. It takes a very, very small footprint. It's very small in size. It's held with one peg point, but it's a really, really cool statue. Like I said, I do own that statue. Very, very sweet looking one. Let me see here. Bleed's statue. Yep, it's on Amazon's page. Pricing is a bit high for that one. They're selling it there. They have one left at $200. I think that's very, very high in my personal opinion. I know they sell for about $100 US, but they do sell it on Amazon site. So you want to keep an eye out. I would take a look again. If you're looking to spend a little bit more money, you can go to Amazon. I wouldn't recommend it. eBay would be another good choice to go with. Maybe even Big Bad Toy Store would be another possible option. Let me take a look here real quick here for you. Because I do know that Big Bad Toy Store sells a lot of good stuff too. Or Entertainment Earth, since I'm an affiliate with them. I would say either Entertainment Earth or Big Bad Toy Store will be your next options to go with. Let's see here. Red Lantern Bleeds. Let's see here. Red Lantern. I don't know if it even have any, but I think Entertainment Earth may have it. They have the Red Lantern power battery. Let's take a look at Entertainment Earth real quick here, and then we'll get to the stream. Just want to help out a fellow collector, especially if they're a lantern collector like myself. Give me a second here. Let's see what we can get. Entertainment Earth. Let's go Red Lantern Bleeds. Looks like maybe the only option, unfortunately, is Entertainment Earth. Everywhere else looks to be either sold out or not selling it. So I try Amazon in that situation, Colin. So let's get this started. So thanks for everybody who's coming into the stream tonight. What is the stream going to be about tonight? Well, I'm going to be talking about a new segment they debuted yesterday, which was January 13th. As I mentioned to Tony Marletti, I've been taking content away from my channel, which is kind of a bad thing. I stopped doing Rook 180, which was a way for me to do a speed review in 3 minutes or less. Usually it was a blind box, and usually could lead to a giveaway if I couldn't accomplish that review in 3 minutes or less. So I decided, removing that content, people really weren't feeling it anymore. It had a downward grade. I don't think people were watching the content as much as I originally produced it about a year and a half ago. And then I had something called Rook's Rare Find, which was the problem with that was the content couldn't be consistent because I had to be in the right place at the right time to find a good deal. And that was very sporadic and very random. And I couldn't pinpoint, on so-and-so date, I'm going to do a Rook's Rare Find. I had to be, again, right place, right time to make that content. So it was very, very random. So I decided, you know what? Let me just remove that from the channel and come up with a better idea. So about a year ago, I came up with an idea for what I call it was a Funko Pop Battle. It was taking 2 Star Wars Pops. At that time, it was the Luke Skywalker in his Jedi outfit against the Luke Skywalker in the Endor gear. I decided to put them head to head, and I did it more. It was very opinionated. It was what I thought was a better pop, and I want to remove myself from the equation. I want to make it as objective as I possibly can. So I took that idea, that premise, made it as like a pilot, and relaunched it and repackaged how I wanted to do that segment going forward. And I came up with a very, very cool idea. So the idea is, going forward, it's going to be a monthly review style video format. Meaning it'll come out once a month, and the idea is to take things in likewise universes. For example, characters that are in Star Wars would have a Funko Pop Battle. Characters that are in, let's say, Marvel could have a Funko Pop Battle, or DC, or different animation franchises. But as long as they share the same universe. And what I don't want to happen is a Worlds Collide. And what I mean by Worlds Collide, and unfortunately I cut this from the video yesterday, sort of went to the cutting room floor, and then took retake after retake to kind of shape that video the way I thought the right approach would be. I cut out the portion I should have talked about, which was the Worlds Collide idea is taking 2 dissimilar franchises and putting them head to head. The problem doing that approach is it becomes a very favoritism-based review. And I don't want it to happen because I want to remove myself from the equation. I want to put the choice in your hands, the viewer's hands. And when I say that is, I don't want it to be loaded with opinion. Again, I don't want to have, let's say, for example, Goku's Dragon Ball Z versus Superman from DC. You can have very flawed and very skewed results because you have people who like anime and don't like comics, or people who like comics and don't like anime. Hey, Leo, thanks for coming into the chat. That STS, thanks for coming in, my friend. So the idea was to take the opinion and the favoritism out of the equation and look at the Pops for what they are. That's the idea. That's the approach I'm going with. So in this particular, doing well. Hey, Jackie, thanks for coming into the chat today. I'm just talking about the Funko Pop Battle. Drink for tonight is Dr. Pepper Cherry. We're doing a little old school tonight. So the approach is to take likewise properties and put them head-to-head. Neverender, thanks for coming into the chat, my friend. So taking two characters that are sharing the same universe and putting them head-to-head. As I mentioned, the two different Luke Skywalkers. That could be a Funko Pop battle. It could be two characters that were different paint variants. For example, one down the road could be White Lantern Batman versus Yellow Lantern Batman. Same characters, different timelines of what the characters would have been a White Lantern or a Yellow Lantern, respectively. And they're going to go head-to-head. And the idea also is to remove the character's lineage or history. I don't want to bring any of that into the video. I don't want to weigh that or slam someone's opinion based on the character's history or lineage or what they've done. I don't want to do that. So there's going to be 4 variables that I will be using. 4 variables in every Funko Pop battle. It'll always start with the packaging. I'll always compare the packaging. I'll always compare the paint. I'll always compare the sculpt, and I might even mention if the sculpt was used multiple times, or if this was the first iteration of a sculpt versus one that was used many other times in many iterations. For example, the Batman, the newer Batman Pops, have the one with the very thin Batman body. It's used over and over again. I might state that in the Funko Pop battle, just because you'll know it's been reused a couple times. I'll let you know that. But again, I'm not using my opinion. My opinion means nothing in these videos. That's going to be completely removed. I'm going to be completely objective as I possibly can and present what I have for you guys. That's the idea. And then the last piece would be gimmicks. And what I mean by gimmicks would be glow-in-the-dark, flocked, scented. Those would be considered gimmicks. And one thing I'm going to try to do, or my best I possibly can, if one pop has a gimmick, the other one has to have a gimmick. Because I can't use that as leverage between the two. Because you're going to pick the thing that has the really cool gimmick, as opposed to something that doesn't have a really cool gimmick. It makes that other pop item or that other thing way better in comparison just because it has something else it brings to the table where the other one doesn't. And you'll hear me use that terminology a lot, bringing something to the table or taking it off the table, because I want to try to make it as close as I possibly can when I do this comparison. It's a different approach for me to do a video review like this. Normal Funko reviews, if you've never watched my Funko reviews before, is I give you my opinion. I tell you what I think of the items, different ways they could have approached it. I give you some history at the beginning of the video. During the breakdown segment, I'll talk more about the items in more in depth. When I take it out of the packaging, I get even more in depth about it. Good, bad points about the items. And in final thoughts, I'll wrap everything up. In the Funko Pop Battle, I don't do it that way. I take sort of a different approach. I come at it at a different angle. Something I have never done before, and I think it's a very cool idea. People who watched that first video yesterday, what did you guys think? Let me know in the chat, please. What was your opinion of episode number 1 in Funko Pop Battles? Do you think it was a good idea? Let me know. Hit me up, please, in the chat. Now, people who might not have watched it, I did an actual review on these two pops at an earlier time. I looked back through some of my old video catalogs. I'm like, I did this review before, but I didn't do it in this way. Like I said, I took it from a different approach. It was a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Funko Pop Battle. It was White Ranger versus Green Ranger. That was the two characters in the Funko Pop Battle. This is what I'm talking about. Characters sharing the same universe. It's technically the same guy, Jason David Frank, played both characters. So this is why I say it's a different sort of way of interpreting a video review, but using the same universe. I know in my head right now I have at least 3 of them. I can easily do. Right now, off the top of my head. Very, very easy. I know for a fact 3 of them. Like that. But I want to know just a couple questions. If you watched that video, what did you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Please, I want your guys' opinion. And what I'm going to be doing is when you give me who you think wins the Funko Pop Battle, I'm going to tally those numbers in a percentage. I'm going to tell you percentage-wise who wins what on that following week's stream. I'm also going to give you a sneak peek of that next Pop Battle when it goes up, because it's going to be a monthly format. That's how I'm going to kind of wrap up that series. It's going to be done as a monthly format video. It should be pretty easy to shoot because a lot of the Funko stuff I have in my own collection. What I also want to know is from you guys, what would you think would be some really cool ideas for Funko Pop Battles going forward? Hit me up again in the chat. What do you think would be a really cool heads up between 2 characters? What do you think would be a good matchup? That's what I'm looking for. That was one thing I'd mentioned. Okay, cool, no problem, Tony. Remember that the stream ends tonight at 9:30. It will be ending tonight at 9:30. The streams normally last for about 30 minutes. I cut back from an hour-long segment to a 30-minute segment. But I think doing it in this approach would be a better idea. I think it'd be a better way to showcase these items in a head-to-head format, doing this sort of comparison video. Jackie, what did you think of it? Hit me up in the chat. Superman versus Supergirl. Colin, very good one. That would be a good idea. Definitely. We'll mark it down. Would you recommend any particular one? Or just like a standard Superman? Like the S-Curl Superman? Or would it be a different one? Superman versus Supergirl. That would be a good one. Spider-Man versus Spider-Gwen. I can do that. I actually have both those pops. Spider-Man versus Spider-Gwen. But something like that, Colin, would be the approach. Characters sharing the same universe, going head-to-head. The only thing I would say is if any of them were like either chases or exclusives, I try to do those. If something is an exclusive, let's say hypothetically, let's say it was a Walgreens exclusive, versus a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, but it shared the same universe, that would be cool, because they're both exclusives in a different way. That would be a good approach to take. That's what I'm looking for. I think it'd be a very fun idea to do something like this. Like I said, it's a different way to talk about this content in a different approach. I actually do have a PS4. I haven't turned it on, I would say, in about 3 or 4 years. Just because I haven't got back into gaming. I will be getting back into, most likely, PS4 when the game for BioWare comes out called Anthem. It seems like a very, very, very cool game. I think it's coming out... I heard rumors in February. I could be wrong. Let me take a look here. I don't want to give you guys misleading information. I think Anthem is coming out in February. Again, I could be wrong. I could be wrong on the release date. Okay, yeah, it's releasing according to Google. It'll be coming out February 2019. That's when it's supposed to be coming out. If you haven't heard of it, it's an action RPG made by BioWare and EA. But I know for a fact that EA and BioWare have split. Classic Superman exclusive. I believe I have that one. That might have been the Legion of Collector's Core one. I think I know the one you're talking about. I think it is... Hold on. I think I know what you're talking about. Superman, Funko, Legion of Collector's Core. I believe you're talking about this one. I'm assuming you're talking about That one, right? Apologies for the glare. Wait for it to catch up. Come on. Apologies for the glare. Hold on. Let me just take that away. Try it again. There we go. That one, right, Colin? I think that's what you're talking about. I would do that one. I just have to find one that is a Supergirl exclusive. I don't know if they make a Supergirl exclusive pop. Let me take a look here at Stash. I am on Stashpedia. If you guys wanted to know, you can find me at Rook Geek Goodness. I am on Stashpedia. Supergirl. I don't know if they have an exclusive of her. They do have one. And it is an exclusive. This one might work. Something like that. I have to find that one. There we go. That one would be a good one. Neverender, have I ever thought about collecting Hot Toy figures? They're expensive but look ultra realistic. Yes, I have. Neverender. I know of Hot Toys. I believe they're in bed with Sideshow Collectibles. I do have several Sideshow statues. There are a couple. I don't know if it's I think it's a Sideshow one. I do want to. I saw it. Looks so cool. I think it's a 6-inch scale Obi-Wan. That's the Obi-Wan where he's in the desert. I've seen that one. I like that one. I know the Hot Toys. I know what you're talking about. They're extremely expensive, but they look very, very cool. I don't know if they're coming out with a Hot Toys Green Lantern. They might have one. I'd have to look. I don't know if they have one or not. If they do have one, I probably have to get it eventually. They have the Sideshow one, which is the Jon Stewart one. But I don't know if they make a Hot Toys version of Green Lantern. I don't know if they have one. I'd have to look it up, see if they do. Yep. If I was to do that Funko Pop Battle, it'll probably be those two figures. I do have that. I do have the Superman in my collection. I just have to find that Supergirl. And that's a convention exclusive, so I could probably find it if I look around a little bit. I'd probably be able to locate one. But that would be a good matchup. It's two exclusives going at it. That would be the type of Funko Pop Battle I would recommend. Something along those lines, when you have different exclusives going at it head-to-head, Superman characters. It would be also a very interesting one to do event to like maybe do. I don't own one, but let's say a Darth Maul against Darth Vader. Something like that would be cool too. Two bad guys going in. It doesn't have to be two good guys. It could be a good guy, a bad guy. It could be even. I was thinking about doing the award ceremony Luke Skywalker against the award ceremony Han Solo. When at the end of Star Wars Episode 4, I have both those pops where I think they were either San Diego Comic-Con exclusive or New York Comic-Con exclusives. The ones with the medal, that could be a good head-to-head too. But they're kind of plain. That's the big issue I would have with that pop battle. They're really plain, but they are two exclusives. That sort of approach. I know, like I said, I have at least 3 in my head right now. Easily, I could do like that. Tate should be getting the Iron Spider Hot Toys figure tomorrow. I love Tate, but they're the Red Lobster of comic book companies. Actually, comic book store companies. They charge a very, very high premium. I know Tate does. I love them. I love going there, but they do charge. They're very, very expensive. Very expensive. And I don't own any Hot Toys. Wouldn't mind getting some, but the price is just very, very high. I've even thought about doing, I don't know if you ever went inside Neverender, a portion of Tate's, where I think near his horror section, he has these hack figures. And they're really, really cool. They're 3 3/4-inch figures. They're done by a third-party company, not really well known, but they look really cool. They're small 3 3/4. They're size of G.I. Joe figures, but they have them. It look like he has a bunch of them. They look like snake people, like Medusas. I thought about doing some reviews for those. The price is kind of expensive for those as well. They're about $25 a figure. They look cool. They look really good. I believe you can slide them out of the case and you can slide them back in the case. I love it when you can have replayability with the figures where you can rebox it. I love that idea where the packaging doesn't have to get damaged. You can put the stuff back in after, let's say you're going to be moving from home to home, or you're going to be doing reviews on the road with this stuff, or you're going to be taking it to a show. You can repackage it up and redisplay it. I like that idea. You can play with it and, shoot video for it, do reviews, and put it back in the packaging. I love that idea. I love that approach. They very much remind me of the Mystic Legion lines by the Four Horsemen. I did two reviews of the Black Raven figure. If you've never seen that one, Neverender, definitely take a look at it. The Black Raven figure. It's from the Mystic Legions line for the Four Horsemen. Those are people who work for Mattel. They did work for NECA. The Black Raven is a super cool figure. It looks really good. Let's see if I can find it real quick here. Four Horsemen. Black Raven. It's such a cool figure. The amount of detail they put into the thing is just mind-boggling. I think one of the best figures you can really own in the market. Here's a good shot of him right here. This is the Raven I was talking about. I did two reviews of this guy, and he just looks really, really cool. Hold on, I'll make it focus again. There we go. Hopefully you can see it. There he is, right there. Very cool looking figure. Pretty pricey now too. It's very hard to find that figure. And what they did was they made, I think they made a dozen different birds, different characters like that Raven. And then they have what they call the Mystic Legion line, where the Four Horsemen just expanded their property to all sorts of creatures and characters, knights and goblins and orcs and undead, minotaurs. Just look up Four Horsemen Studios. If you want to see some really cool action figures, take a look at them. But they're not cheap. You're going to be spending about $40 a figure. They are extremely expensive, but they're really, really cool. So let me just swing back to the Funko Pop Battle. Kind of got off tangent for a second there. I didn't watch NXT TakeOver, UK TakeOver. I heard it was a pretty good show. The tag match with Pete Dunne, I heard it was good, and Pete Dunne match was very, very good. I know that Walter is now debuted at NXT UK. He chops people like it sounds like he got hit with a cannon. I did watch the Walter and Will Ospreay match at Defiant. It was a very good match. If you've never seen it, take a look at it. Also, Neverender, since you're a wrestling fan, make sure you check me out and Collecting and Hobbies. We do a wrestling podcast, usually about twice a month. All right, Worldwide Wrestling Podcast. Let me just drop it into the link into the channel real quick here. Give me a second. We do about a 2-hour podcast. It's on Buzzsprout. Here is the link. We're currently finishing up a giveaway right now, valued at $1,500. The first place person can get one of 3 signed championship belts. Either a signed women's belt for Sasha Banks, the women's Raw belt, the John Cena spinner belt, or the AJ Styles Heavyweight Championship belt with a figure of each one of those signed as well. So we got sponsored on that video. So if you've never taken a listen to the podcast, I highly recommend it. The most recent one we did, but I don't know if it's up yet. Let me take a look here. Hold on. The last one we did was the special announcement for the giveaway, and then we have our World Wrestling Podcast 25th episode, top 10 list, women and WWE's NXT Evolution recap and giveaway. The newest one, when that goes up, is Wrestle Kingdom 13. I did a full review with him, because I'm the guy who handles a lot of the indie stuff. Collecting Hobby handles a lot of the WWE stuff. I come at it from a different approach. I watch a lot of WWE stuff. I watch a lot of the old classic Golden Age of Wrestling stuff in the Attitude Era. I watch a lot of older wrestling, WCW stuff back in the day. But I also like a lot of independent. And that's something the Collecting Hobby doesn't watch as much as I do. Hey, Leo, thanks for coming back into the chat. But yeah, so I do, like I said, I handle a lot of the independent stuff. But as far as the Funko Pop Battle, I hope you guys do like it. I think it's a very cool idea. Yep, all you have to do is listen to, I think, the last 3 podcasts. No, I'm not buying any pops right now from secondhand markets right now. The next set of pops I'm going to be getting most likely are going to be the Queen pops. I want those. I want the new Green Lantern Dawnbreaker when it comes out sometime this month at Hot Topics. I believe it's going to be a light up gimmick. If you've never seen it yet, it looks really, really cool. I want to get the Bat Who Laughs. That's coming out, I think, shortly. I think I want to see either this month or next month. One of the two. I'm going to be getting that one as well. So those are like the three big set of pops I want to get right now. Also, probably in the near future, I'm going to be doing a podcast with Seth from What's Popping. Him and I are going to be doing a pop battle. He does a pop competition, I think, on Thursdays on his Facebook page. He invited me out to that. I'm not sure when we're going to be shooting that, but I got to bring 3 pops to go against his 3 pops, and the winner gets a pop belt, which is a real WWE belt that the winner gets, and you take that belt from competition to competition. I doubt if I'm going to win it. I have an idea what I might bring, but I'm not entirely sure yet. So keep on the lookout for that. I'm going to be doing that in the near future. But the stream is almost up right now. Again, we've been running it for about 30 minutes. Do you have any... I'm not sure, Leo. Exactly, Neverender. I'm not entirely sure when that one's going to be going up. I don't know what's going to be coming up this Thursday yet. It might be... Hopefully it's like Green Lantern Batman. I really, really want that. I'm going to be there as soon as it drops. I think it has a light-up gimmick, because the packaging looks like the Iron Man one from Walgreens, and it has a black packaging. I'm thinking either the ring lights up, the eyes will light up, or the chest will light up. One of those 3 will light up. I know the ring definitely will light up. Hey, Mr. Sumbastic, how's it going, sir? Doing well, doing well. Just finishing up the stream tonight. Talking about the Funko Pop Battle segment. It's a new thing I did. Going forward, I'm going to be running it on my channel every month. It's going to be 2 pops going head-to-head in competition. It's a new way of doing a Funko review. I'm going to be completely objective when I do this review. My opinion means nothing, and it's up to the audience, to you guys, to pick the winner. And that's the idea going forward. Now, what I might eventually do is have some type of round-robin competition down the road. Where it'd be bracketed out, and I'd probably do that in a span of X amount of weeks or months or whatever it is. Do I have an Ultraman pop? I do not have it, but I have seen it. Very cool, Mr. Sum. Very, very cool. I don't have all the Power Ranger ones. The competition for this first one was these 2 guys going head to head, which was the White Ranger and Green Ranger. Both those guys were head-to-head in the first episode. No, Leo, you're not asking too many questions. I don't mind. I have seen the Ultraman pop. I've thought of that myself, Neverender, a few weeks ago, thinking, will the Funko bubble eventually burst? I don't know if it will. I don't think it's like, let's say, Beanie Babies or something along those lines. I don't think it's a fad, per se. The old ones, the original first wave of them that came out were 3 pops. That was red, white, and pink. As I mentioned in that Funko Pop Battle video, I believe what happened, I think Funko lost the license. And that's why they couldn't make any more of them. And then a few years later, the next wave of Power Rangers came out. I think they acquired the license back. Yeah, you can get some good ones at GameStop, mister. I'd recommend GameStop because I think they had the buy 3, might have been buy 2, get a 3rd for free. It might have been. I can't remember what deal they had going on at one time. But that's where I usually tell people, if you're looking to buy things to complete a set, go for those type of deals. FYE, I think you buy 2, you get a 3rd at 75% off. That's why I recommend going to completing a wave. Like, let's say you got a piece here, a piece there. You want to go to a store like that to complete your wave. Yep, buy 2, get 1 for free. Yeah, GameStop was buy 3, get 1 for free. Yep. I mean, when I was trying to complete when I wanted to do my Gargoyles wave until I got it as a gift, I was going to pick them up at like a GameStop or at like a Hot Topic, because I could have bought a lot of them in a single sitting to complete that collection, because I do like the gargoyles. That would be a good Funko Pop battle too. Something in the gargoyles wave would be a good fight too. But I want to make it more open, more well-known characters. I think episode 2 and 3 are going to be very, very good. I think episode 2, which is what I think I want to do, it's going to be so close, I think, in the numbers. I think it's going to be very, very close, because the idea is very, very sound. So we're at 9:30, guys. I want to thank everybody who came into the stream tonight. Thank you for stopping by, sharing your opinions with me. I hope you do like the Funko Pop Battle segment. I think it's going to be a good idea going forward, at least going down the road. I think it'll be very, very fun. The 2-pack, I'm assuming you mean FYE. The Stone, Hudson, and Bronx. That's the only 2-pack that I know of. They even put one now in the mystery box, so the Angela one increased the series out even more. I finished my Darkwing Duck one by getting the Megavolt Chase, but I completed that wave of Darkwing Duck, because I definitely like Darkwing Duck. So we have 8 people in chat. I want to thank everybody who came into the chat tonight, like I said. I bet it is. I bet it is, Neverender. Again, I want to thank everybody who came into the chat tonight. I'm going to be wrapping up here, guys. I want to thank you guys again. Remember to take a look at Funko Pop Battle if you didn't see it yet. Also, head over to Worldwide Wrestling. It's in the actual chat. If you scroll back up, I'll drop it in here again real quick for you guys. If you want to go to the Worldwide Wrestling Podcast, there's a big giveaway going on right now. It's going for, I think, until the end of the month. So, I want to thank everybody again. I'm going to be cutting the stream off in 3, 2, 1. Take care, guys. See you next stream. And bye-bye.